I have Colin Porter here. He's the manager of the Technical Services Department at the Jbdc. Colin!
Good morning, Doc.
How are you, bro?
I am giving thanks.
All right. So today you're talking to us about agro-processing?
That's correct.
Yes. All right. Let's
jump in. Right.
Yeah, man.
So,
I'm in class.
All right. As you know, for the longest while, Jamaican food has held some kind of global appeal, right? We're known for our bold and unique flavors in our various foods and so on. And we find that in Jamaica, one of the largest sectors, certainly for MSMEs as well, is in agro-processing, right? And based on the characteristics of all various foods and sauces and stuff, we have a foundation which we can really strengthen the agro-processing industry. And so a key aspect of that, however, is having a quality product. So we're going to focus on quality in agro-processing so that our products can be competitive both locally and globally, right? And when we refer to quality in this context, we're talking about the degree to which a food product meets defined standards, expectations, and requirements. And it encompasses aspects such as safety, taste, texture, and overall consumer satisfaction, right? So quality in agro-processing really is a multifaceted concept that involves ensuring that the product is fit for its intended purpose and meets the needs and wants of the consumer, right? So that's very key. How do we do it at Jbdc? As you know, our mantra and our motto is from concept to market.
Mm-hmm.
So we assist those MSMEs who are involved in agro-processing through different types of intervention, primarily product assessment. We can give you guidance on formulation and packaging of the product. We can access your facilities for you and make recommendations. And we, in partnership with the Bureau of Standards especially, we prepare the clients and their products and different aspects for testing and certification and approval of labels, packaging, etc. from the Bureau of Standards. So we refer our clients to the BSJ for them to get those services. All right, so that's in a nutshell how we do it. If you wish, I could go in a little bit more details in each of the areas.
Please.
Right. So the scenario is, let's say you have developed a mango sauce, right? I think mango season is in now and everybody eating mangoes.
Yes.
We start with a consultation and product assessment. So we meet with the client and we request that you bring a sample of the product that you have. And I should point out, Orville, that some clients come with brand new ideas for products, and some may have had the product for a while, but it just doesn't meet market requirements as yet. So our experts will conduct a physical assessment of the product, and if necessary, we do a sensory evaluation as well, which is a taste test to see how it tastes. If it's a mango sauce, it has to taste like mango. And from there now, once we identify some gaps, we do further, interviews with the client to find out what they're doing so we can make recommendations on how to improve the product, ensure it's in the right type of container. We look at the packaging, we look at the labels to ensure that the labels meet the requirements of the Bureau and the market. And where they fall short, then we provide support in improving those. The consultation process also will help us to reveal how they manufacture the product. If you have a facility, then it may lead us to doing an assessment of that facility to ensure that the facility complies with various good manufacturing practices or other food safety standards such as HACCP or any other, right? And these are pretty much protocols that you would have in place to ensure that the food is being produced in a safe environment, right? For those who may not have a purpose facility, because we do find that quite a large number of MSMEs in agro-processing do it from home. So, yes, you may use your own kitchen at home where you prepare dinner, but there are certain protocols that you still need to abide by to ensure that you don't have any contamination, etc. So, you know, the same pot you use to cook Sunday dinner, you don't use it to make your mango sauce. You have dedicated utensils, etc. But those who have outgrown their kitchens, but not yet able to set up their own standalone facility, then they can come to Jbdc, where we have what we call an incubator or a shared production space where they can book time to come in and produce their products with our assistance. We provide a technical guidance and assistance for doing that, right? So those are some of the key things that we do. Of course, I alluded to the labeling and packaging. We have our visual communications department who will review the suitability of your label, ensure that it is both aesthetically pleasing, meaning it is attractive to the eye, so when you put it on the shelf, someone will see your product and reach for it, while at the same time meeting the requirements of the Bureau of Standards. So all the technical information which is required to be on the label, your ingredients, what the net contents are, a contact information for the manufacturer, etc. You may have a nutritional panel on there, are all correct and appropriately placed.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we really go very deep in assisting clients. Once we have taken them through that preparation process and improved the actual product, improve the label, redesign a label for them, then we refer them to the Bureau now, who will do the various analyses and testing and approval. And we do have a relationship with the Jamaica Bureau of Standards where our clients who we refer to them receive a 25% discount on the cost of the service at the Bureau.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, that's it in a nutshell in terms of what we do. We also may provide some kind of insight on the direction and where foods are going, so the new trends in food and so on in agro-processing. We can share some ideas to our clients who may be struggling with their products and may have a product which may not have market appeal, but we see that they have the potential to create something that will resonate with the buying public.
Okay. You know, as we are a creative people, huh?
Definitely.
And there's a lot of mango around. More than there's a lot of mango. So the breadfruit's coming back in season. There's a lot of otaite apple. People call it Ethiopian apple, etc. But it's otaite, right? And I see a lot of naseberry coming back up as well. But the highly perishable Jamaica otaite apple, and mangoes, especially the Julie mangoes, really perishable. There's the stringy mango, and of course my favorite. You know my favorite mango. Come on, man.
Is that East Indian?
Brother, think about it. Right? What would be my favorite mango?
Blackie.
There you go, bro.
All right.
All right. Yeah, man. But like black mangoes, especially the ones they call thin skin ones, right? All of those very, very ripe, very sweet, but you keep them for 2 days and they start, getting deteriorating, right?
Right.
So, I believe that there's a lot of space for innovation because you really don't want to have feast today and famine tomorrow.
Exactly.
And I think God has a way of punishing people who just waste, the wonderful excesses of the land. There should be no food at all wasted in a place like Jamaica where
no way.
Exactly.
There are so many opportunities.
Right. So what you're saying though is that if you are a small farmer, you are somebody with some ideas, you might have decided that you're gonna use some of the mangoes that you have from your backyard or your right, and you did something with it, and it's sown, and you make a little bit extra, and you share it with the neighbors, and neighbors say, but this is not so bad now, your hand have little sense.
A little talent in there.
Yeah, good. You might not be a MacGyver or something like that, but you say, all right, you may have good culinary or inventive skills, but you don't know how to move this into something more.
Mm-hmm.
But you have ideas. So with those ideas, you can just step and say, I'm going to go to JBDC. And JBDC will give you the guidance, most of it with very little expense to you.
Very little.
Right.
And I just want to add,
please,
as well, Orville, that we don't just help you with the technical side that we're discussing right now, with developing the product and the production of it and so on. When it comes to the business strategy and the marketing and everything in between, we provide those services as well to support, because we want to ensure that when you come with this innovative idea and you create this innovative product, that the product meets the requirements of the market, it meets the quality standards, but also you understand now how to make it so you can sustain yourself in business.
Right.
So
right.
It's a full package that we offer.
There you go.
And we're open to persons coming in with their ideas,
yes.
and we have helped many, as you know.
Yes.
So the doors are open.
So you have from the conceptual stage to product development, to training, to technical assistance, to marketing, before marketing, to labeling and
right.
all of those things, to even
Correct.
assistance in finding finance. The
Definitely
JBDC
so. Exactly.
is almost a one-stop. You go to JBDC, you're not going to go wrong. And at
right.
JBDC, you are improving little by little, steadily, because when you compare those companies that are small businesses that never went to the JBDC compared to those that went to the JBDC, what you're seeing now is a higher success rate or a lower failure rate.
Correct.
Right.
That
Bless
is
you.
correct.
All right. Want to thank you, as always, Colin Porter,
It's my pleasure.
for the work that you have been doing individually and collectively as the JBDC helps us to grow our business. We just did grow your business. One love, man. Walk good, but don't walk too far.
Definitely. We're here.
All right. Blessings. Yeah, man.
Take care.